The name family SUV is a fairly precarious term in the automotive industry because it makes your mind race and picture an SUV that's rather boring and you've only got it because you've got a couple of kids. But in every aspect of life, there's always room for an exception. And this car right here has always lived up to that, because this is the new Kia Sportage. And despite this family vehicle being one of the UK's most loved SUVs, Kia have thought, you know what, I fancy a change, and have given it a facelift, revamped the interior and also updated their spec levels. And in this video we're going to discuss their new changes to the Sportage and see, are these changes for the better, or should Kia have stuck to that old time rule of don't change what's not broken? First, let's talk design, because you'd almost have to squint to notice the difference between this and its previous iteration. They're very minimal design changes, but I do think it makes for an overall good looking family SUV. The new additions being changes to this front grille, then boomerang LED headlights and LED daytime running lights, which have been inspired by Kia's EV range, and also some few little sections on the front bumper. Overall, it makes for a rather sleek and premium looking SUV. It's definitely not your average family runabout. It has some cutting edge to it, and it's certainly not boring, and I think that's bonus points. It has a rather sleek and standout silhouette, and with 17-inch alloy wheels coming from the base spec going all the way up to chunky 19-inch alloys, the Sportage definitely has some presence out on the road, and due to its rather sizable dimensions and wheelbase, it offers for a lot of practicality with its space and storage. The interior of the new Sportage definitely provides a bit of pizzazz to your family SUV driving experience, because it offers a rather plush and premium feel interior. Kia haven't just gone, here's a bit of space and storage, make of that what you will. With this being the GT line, you get the contrasting colours, materials with the suede leather across the seats, this metallic grille effect in your centre console, and all the tech that you could wish. You have integrated infotainment screen and digital dash, and depending on the spec you can get the addition of head-up display. New style steering wheel, which has definitely been inspired by their EV range. We see this design, which is very much synonymous to the Kia EV3 EV6. Two-tone colourway as well, with all your drive controls, adaptive cruise control, lane keep assist, multiple driving modes, which actually all come from standard. Because the new Kia Sportage has seen updated trim levels, the Pure, GT Line and GT Line S, starting at just under 31,000 and topping out at just over 43. Now you might think that is some jump. Well, that is because you get two powertrain options, either a 1.6 litre turbo or a full hybrid variant. With the entry model, the Petrol Pure, you'll get alloy wheels, smart entry, 12.3-inch touchscreen, wireless CarPlay, reversing camera and cruise control, deeming it an affordable family SUV. But coming back to the interior, and one of the things I really like about this and really show the Sportage's incredible practicality is, yes, you have an infotainment system which comes with Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, built-in sat-nav, all the tech that you need, as well as reversing cameras or 360 parking cameras, depending on your spec. But you also have this slight touch screen down here, which isn't just shortcut buttons for your infotainment system, which means you can change to your map, go to home, search for something, all within a click of the button when you're out on the road. But you also got your climate control separate with proper old school dials. None of this having to quickly fight through this. You're on a motorway when you're getting too hot and you can't find it and it's getting a bit too stressful. This, very much a fan, so bonus points to Kia for that. Now, depending on your spec, you'll also have heated seats, heated steering wheel and ventilated seats. So in the ever-changing landscape of the British summer, if you're too hot, if you're too cold, then the Kia Sportage will sort you right out. You also get electronically adjustable seating with two safe seating positions, so if you're looking to share this as family SUV with your partner, then there won't be that awkward squabbling about, oh, I can't get my seat in the right position, you put it too far forward, put it too far back. One press of a button. Sorted. Although I don't know who saved this. Who has saved that position? What's number 2? Oh my god, that's even worse. Who drives like this? Who saved this? And I can't talk about the interior and not forget to mention the panoramic sunroof, which comes dependent on your spec, which really adds a bit of class to a family SUV. As for the rear end, it's exactly what you'd want and also expect from a family SUV. good amount of leg room. You have ISOFIX points in the back, and that space between the rear seats and the front means that if you have a kid in a car seat, then they probably won't be kicking the back of your chair while on a long drive, which is always a bonus, isn't it? You have a decent amount of pockets in the door cards, a little section down here. Now, what is clever from Kia is, yes, there are 2 USB-C ports in the rear of the Sportage, but they're not in the usual place. Normally in modern day cars, they'll be down here, and then you kind of lose a bit of storage in that centre column. The fact, they're in the seat back, so it means you get more space down there. And I really like that. Also get climate controls in the rear, which aren't just 2 air vents where you've got to put up with what the people in the front want. You can actually change the temperature in the back, which I quite like. Weirdly, you have so many coat hangers. You have 2 on the backs of the seats, 2 here, and obviously you have ones up there. But you've got 3 coat hangers, which, yeah, it's practicality, but who has that many coats on a drive? I suppose it's just a nice addition. What is a nice addition is fold-down armrest with 2 cup holders, and it's properly built. There's no limpness in there. It's not going to fall down. It'll be nice and comfy when you're looking out the front. Job's a good one. As for the rear, and you get this rather sleek and very well finished rear design with that LED light strip goes all the way across, LED brake lights, LED rear lights, I mean even a screen premium, then black gloss effects across the rear bumper, and not to mention, depending on your spec, power tailgate to reveal 591 litres of boot capacity, which is an extensive amount of space in the storage. If you compare it to the likes of the Ford Kuga, the hybrid VW Tiguan, then it almost blows them out the water. What adds that practicality? You do have underfloor storage and a nice retractable parcel shelf. So everything about the Sportage could almost crown it the best family SUV on the current UK car market. It's got a great design, it's got plenty of tech, an immense amount of practicality, and a driving experience which, dare I say, is fun. I think it's fair to say that the new Sportage provides a fairly fun driving experience. With its 1.6 litre turbo engine, or in fact its hybrid powertrain, then the new Sportage provides a fairly respectable 0 to 60 time for a family SUV. Yes, its performance isn't anything to write home about, but I don't think it's necessarily anything to complain about. It fares fairly well across its market competitors. So dads, don't worry. If your partner comes home one day and says, we need to start looking for a family SUV, don't think, oh, I've got to give up my fun driving experience, it's going to be so slow and boring. You can get one. And even though the 0 to 60 time isn't anything to write home about, what I would write home about is the actual driving experience, the way it feels out on the road, the way it kind of maneuvers and takes on corners. It feels so controlled, so precise, and it almost gives a sport-like driving experience. Yes, it's not sporty in its engine sounds in any way. It has a pretty basic engine sound. It's a family SUV, they're not going to stop putting mufflers on the exhaust, are they? But it just seems effortless, the way it manoeuvres and takes on winding A roads, changing lanes on motorways. Not only does it feel very safe, it also feels quite relaxing and soothing. And that is certainly helped with the amount of safety features that the Sportage can provide. Adaptive cruise control, lane keep assist, blind spot detection, emergency braking, multiple driving modes, all coming from standard. As for actual usability and driver convenience out on the road, well, the digital dash, although it may be fairly simplistic in design, there's nothing really interesting going on. It houses your adaptive cruise control settings. You can integrate your sat nav, and that's also integrated on your head-up display depending on your spec, so it shows everything that you need to. As for infotainment system, well, that large sweeping screen just makes it rather visible out on the road. And I've already mentioned about that separate module with them shortcut buttons and clamp control, old school dials. Just love them. It just means that rather than having to go to home in here, change the fan speed, change the temperature here, I can just go, oh, I'm a bit hot, cool it down. Easy. And even something as simple as the placement of the driving mode selector. A lot of times that's housed in the center console, which when you're out on the road, especially if it's a new car and you kind of don't know which way is which and you end up cycling through all different driving modes, it's on your steering wheel. Why aren't all drive mode selectors on your steering wheel? It just makes perfect sense. Don't know what some manufacturers are thinking, putting it all the way down here. So if you add in the amount of tech that you get, add in the value for money, it's really premium design, and also Kia's reliability. Up to 7 years warranty comes with any new Kia. Then I just feel like the Sportage is really the perfect choice for a family SUV. I'm not just saying that because I'm currently in one and don't want to upset its feelings. You know, I can't say bad words in front of its face to leave the car and go, that Sportage is a load of rubbish. I do just think it feels like a complete package. Now, I'm not saying it is the perfect SUV, because it isn't. If you proper floor it and push your foot to the floor to try and get away, then it kind of does sound like it's over revving. Not too much that you can't actually pull out onto a roundabout or onto a dual carriageway without having to leave yourself too much room, but it kind of just, if you put your foot to the floor rather quick, it doesn't seem to move anywhere straight away, and then you kind of get this massive jolt forward. So you kind of have to get used to that. You almost just have to gradually push it and then accelerate with the car, not just try and rush it. But practicality wise, it's second to none. There's no wonder that the Sportage is one of the UK's most popular SUVs and family vehicles, because it has everything you want from a car and everything you want from a family SUV, but without jeopardising owning a nice car. Gone are the days where a family SUV just has to be this box on wheels that has nothing going for it other than it's big and you can store a pram in the boot. Them days are gone, and family SUV can be enjoyable for all the family. How nice. So then, the new Kia Sportage. Is it still one of the best family SUVs in the UK? Well, the changes may be subtle, but the quality is definitely still there. Practicality, style, usable tech, and with Kia's 7-year warranty, peace of mind. Because family life is stressful enough as it is. Why do you need car troubles too? To experience the new Sportage and everything it has to offer, book your test drive now at Perry's Kia.